When investigators track down a dangerous occult movement, they usually look for standard sociological markers. They search for a central geographic hub, a rigid hierarchy, and a single charismatic leader delivering sermons to an organized congregation. In the Cthulhu mythos, the esoteric Order of Dagon fits this model perfectly. They operate in a specific physical location, the coastal town of Innsmouth, and maintain their ranks through strict genetic lineage and intermarriage with deep-sea entities. Even urban factions follow a similar blueprint. The Church of Starry Wisdom built its power by targeting wealthy academics and political elites, using physical artifacts pulled from Egyptian tombs to control its followers from a brick-and-mortar church in Providence. Because these groups operate as tangible political institutions, they have a physical footprint. Law enforcement can map their networks, raid their buildings, and dismantle their operations. But if you try to apply that same investigative logic to the Brotherhood of the Yellow Sign, you will find absolutely nothing. They possess no identifiable leader, no central church, and no chain of command. They subvert every metric we use to define a cult. Instead of a cohesive organization, the Brotherhood operates as a decentralized cognitive parasite. These nodes don't coordinate. They behave like a viral contagion, causing isolated flare-ups with no links to one another. To understand how this faction survives and destroys the minds it touches, we have to throw out our models of religious extremism. We have to analyze them using the structural logic of a viral outbreak. The life cycle of this contagion begins with the vector phase. The Brotherhood does not send out recruiters or actively seek members. They infect their victims passively, through aesthetic exposure. The person becomes exposed the moment they read the forbidden play known as The King in Yellow, or observe a specific non-human gold glyph. Once exposed, the virus enters its incubation phase. It doesn't strike randomly. It finds its most fertile ground in specific hosts, intellectuals and artists' communes, underground theater troupes, and bohemian social circles. These demographics are highly vulnerable because they naturally view themselves as an artistic vanguard. They are already actively searching for hidden cosmic truths and boundary-pushing experiences that traditional society ignores. The contagion bypasses traditional indoctrination entirely. It doesn't need to brainwash its victims. It simply weaponizes their own artistic curiosity, twisting an open mind into a terminal obsession. Next comes the pathology phase. The infected host undergoes a rapid mental dissolution. They begin to suffer from bizarre delusions, severe paranoia, and overwhelming obsessive-compulsive behaviors. Their entire biological imperative shifts. The host's only goal is to replicate the virus and expose others. They are compelled to constantly create art, stage performances of the play, or obsessively recreate the yellow sign. This replication takes a violent physical toll. The infected prioritize endless artistic creation over sleep, nutrition, and basic human needs, completely abandoning their own survival. This leads directly into the outbreak phase. Because the pathology is so severe, the contagion creates highly volatile insular cluster events rather than building sustainable multi-generational institutions. An entire theater troupe might lock themselves inside their venue, cutting off all contact with the outside world as they work feverishly on their final catastrophic performance. Structurally, this makes the cult self-limiting. The outbreaks burn too hot and too fast. Long-term organization is impossible when the congregation is actively destroying itself in a matter of weeks. Finally, the infection reaches its terminal phase. Many mythos factions actively seek to conquer the earth or summon entities to rule over humanity. The Brotherhood has no such ambitions. In advanced infestations, the hosts simply cross the boundary of the physical world. They literally depart from our reality, slipping into a fractured extra-dimensional space known as the Night World to reach the mythical city of Carcosa. The cultists vanish entirely without a trace. All they leave behind are their infected canvases, their strange sculptures, and the text of the play, virulent art lying dormant, waiting for the next curious victim to stumble upon it. This is the purest definition of an information hazard. The Brotherhood proves that a symbol or a string of words doesn't need an army to be dangerous. The idea itself functions as a deadly weapon. You can arrest a corrupt high priest, you can burn down a secret temple, but the Brotherhood of the Yellow Sign endures, outliving every physical cult, because you cannot assassinate a meme.